2028 summer
2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And a little bit scary last night for some folks as a tornado warning came across for northern Herkimer County there.
Yeah, a severe storm warning went through northern Eddy County, turned into a tornado warning. We do have, coming up in a second, a picture of a potential funnel cloud with that.
Wow.
There were reports of damage, so nothing confirmed yet, but it's looking pretty suspicious. Let's take a look at some of those pictures, but before we get to that, though, how about what happened overnight? In fact, we might still be able to see it early this morning. Maybe a slight solar storm producing this beautiful shot of the northern lights in Little Falls. This was taken by Ashlyn, again, in Little Falls. There are many additional photos submitted to us last night and this morning from the northern lights. But back to the severe storm yesterday. If you can look very closely, this is our suspicion right here. This, what appears to be a funnel, this is facing north in the direction of that rotating storm that was tornado warned in northern, or at least in Herkimer County, north near Norway, around the Ohio area. So again, there were reports of damage. We're going to keep looking into it, but the suspicion is there that this could potentially be the 28th tornado of the year. A live look at our Cafe Tower camera, quiet early this morning, but out to the west, we are seeing lake effect rain showers moving through the area, starting to arrive in Oswego County, heading into Lewis County right now. And so for today, because of that lake effect and that upper level low north of us influencing our weather today, we'll be seeing on and off rain showers and clouds at the start of the day, but will dry out by this evening. And better yet, better weather for tomorrow. We'll talk about all that, plus your...
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Paris has closed out two.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. Welcome back. The time now is 5:11. I'm getting you set to head out this morning on the Munson CommuteCast. And first off, a live look along the arterial facing downtown Utica in the distance on our traffic camera early this morning. So far, things looking relatively quiet. However, early today, there is a report of a closure that was reported around 10:17 yesterday on Route 69 near Stanwix, heading from Oriskany northwest. Roadblock due to fallen power cables both ways between Stanwix Ave and Nelson Highway. So heads up for that. There are reports, or at least additional road closures here and there, not only from the storm that rolled through northern Eddy County yesterday in northern Herkimer County yesterday, but also from the wind we saw on Friday from the remnants of Debbie. So again, still some roads that still could be closed. A heads up for that. But regardless, to weather today looking not too much in terms of impactful weather. We've got temperatures in the 50s this morning with on and off rain showers and clouds, and this afternoon drying out with highs in the upper 60s, low 70s. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The annual Coaches versus Cancer Golf Tournament to raise funds for the...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. We are starting out the day today with temperatures in the 50s and dry weather, but things are turning more unsettled as the morning moves on. Let's take a live look outside, though. At our Nexus camera, you can see, of course, the clear skies out in the distance, but the radar painting a different story. I'll show in just a second. Currently 57 with light rain at Griffiths and Rome. Still technically muggy, dew point of 57, and that sunrise getting earlier. One thing I've noticed too, that earlier sunset, those evenings getting darker and darker, unfortunately, but as with the trend as we approach the end of summer and fall being a little over a month away. I know I'm speaking soon, but the year has just absolutely flown by with all this busy weather we've seen this summer. The radar, as you can see here, out off of Lake Ontario, lake effect rain, even some lake effect thunder showers too. The lake is currently sitting at 72 to 74 degrees, and the surface temperatures off the lake in the 50s. So with that temperature difference, it's capable of producing lake effect rain right now. So we're seeing Oswego County, parts of Lewis County, and again, some of that rain getting influenced here in Oneida County early today. And this is all driven by this area of low pressure north of us. Now, this will gradually sweep eastward as we head throughout the day today, and there will be high pressure following this for tomorrow. So to start today, we're seeing a little more of rain and clouds and a lot less of dry weather, but as we head into the evening and overnight, that's when that dry weather begins to move in. So with all that rain we saw, especially by Friday and even yesterday in some spots, I want to hold off a little bit, let those lawns dry, because tomorrow you got fantastic weather for mowing and for doing yard work. However, we'll see an isolated shower Wednesday, so you might want to do it early. But we'll see low humidity and lower than average temperatures for today and tomorrow, even into the start of Wednesday. Temperatures only peaking into the low 80s by Thursday and Friday. And so in our Skycast, here are those rain showers early today. They're going to sweep south. Clouds, on and off rain throughout the morning and afternoon. This evening will dry out with clear skies. And so your 7-day forecast, we got a nice day on tap for tomorrow, highs in the mid-70s. And then following that, we'll see low 80s for Wednesday and Thursday. Chance of an isolated shower both days. We'll dry out Friday. So far, the weekend is looking pretty unsettled. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:20. Still ahead on Sunrise, former President Trump.
2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Monday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And a lot of folks up in Herkimer County, town of Ohio, that region up there. Scary night last night.
Scary night, tornado warning yet again, as if Mother Nature just decides we're not quite finished with tornado warnings just yet. And we do have a picture of a potential funnel cloud with that as well. Before we get to that, though, overnight, those of you probably saw, along with the Perseid meteor shower, the very faint glow of the northern lights. This is a photo submitted by Ashlyn in Little Falls. You can see the glowing out in the distance. Again, these are cameras with longer exposure that take more than a few seconds of viewing the sky. With your naked eye, you can't quite make out the pinks, mainly the faint greens. But again, regardless, it's a beautiful thing that you can see here in central New York. But again, back to that potential tornado in Herkimer County. This is what could be a funnel cloud. This is a picture taken in the direction of where that rotating storm was. We don't see it quite reaching the ground here, so we can't confidently confirm a tornado was on the ground, but there were reports of damage. There was lots of wind with the storm. So again, we're going to look at more research in this as well as a contact the National Weather Service in Albany, who handles Herkimer County, and see if anything new they received as well. A live look at our Cavity Tower camera. We got a quiet start today, but rain is starting to move in. Light rain in Rome and north of Utica area, and heavier rainfall heading off of Oswego near Lake Ontario. And again, next 12 hours, on and off rain showers today with highs in the upper 60s, low 70s. A cooler day today. In fact, we're not looking at anything very warm for the next few days. We'll talk about that in that full week forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. The Democratic National Convention begins 1 week.
Good Monday morning, everyone. We are starting out the day today with a look at our photo of the day. And this one, I feel like is one of those 1 in a million shots here. Take a look at this. This is a photo by Casey Pierce in Leonardsville of the Perseid meteor shower, a meteor flying by in the foreground of the northern lights. You can see that faint glow in the distance as well. What a photo here. This was again taken in Leonardsville, so a local photo. And although this is a very, very hard photo to take, so a big congratulations to that, you can still take photos like this or any weather photo you desire. We have so many submissions, over 30 submitted within the past day or so. So keep those submissions coming in. I'm going to try my best to show all the best ones. And of course, if I miss it, you can always go to that link right there on the top of your screen, WKTV.com/weather/pics, to upload your own or to view countless others that are still haven't been shown yet right here on Sunrise. Well, this morning it was starting out dry. Now a few light showers moving in as lake effect rain and thunder showers are starting to form off of Lake Ontario, heading eastward through mainly Lewis County, Northern Idaho County, and Oswego County. And then those showers will gradually shift to the south as we head throughout the day today. So a bit unsettled to start. Rain showers do taper off, though, as we head into later on this evening. But temperatures, though, in the 50s to start. A cooler than average day with highs only expected to climb into the upper 60s to low 70s. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A major cleanup is underway at Fort Myers Beach down in Florida. Workers are in the process of removing algae from the beach, and the cleanup is expected to take at least a couple of weeks. Reporter Paul Dolan has more now from Florida.
Winding around the waterline, plopped like a thick, mucky blanket that stretches down Fort Myers Beach. Beachgoers like Debbie say the beach doesn't look its best at the moment.
It was beautiful in April. Blue, gorgeous, so I think the cleanup's really going to help.
So construction crews took to the beach, raking, plowing, digging, and dumping it all up. Then hauling the algae away 40 tons at a time, driving it off the beach, leaving nothing but a trail of massive tire tracks. I saw 4 trucks, which means 160 tons of algae driven off the beach.
They're actually moving it up and out, and then they're dumping it to where they're going to get rid of it. So it'll be clean.
Crews are working harder and smarter, swapping out trucks to limit delays, ripping the algae up off the sand bed, making it easier to dig up.
Lots of progress. It was piled, and yeah, very hard workers here.
The algae doesn't smell like a bouquet of roses. Nevertheless, the rapid progress gave beachgoers like Kim a place to relax on the beach. And she hopes when the job is all done, the beach will showcase its unique beauty once again.
The Gulf Coast, Southwest Florida is definitely the place to come and visit.
The time now, 5:40.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Monday morning, everyone. We are starting out with quiet conditions, but a few light rain showers starting to move in. And the morning and early afternoon look a bit unsettled. I want to keep that umbrella handy. A live look this morning at downtown Utica, where clouds are starting to move in after those clear skies are currently out in the east. In fact, with that cloud layer setting up, we could start to see a colorful sunrise early today. Again, that sunrise is taking place after 6 a.m. this morning. Currently 57 with light rain at Griffiths and Rome. Still a little bit muggy. Again, sunrise 6:06, sunset even earlier at 8:12 this afternoon, or should say this evening. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Again, dry out to the east. Rain showers moving in from the west. This is all lake effect or lake enhanced showers, and even some rumbles of thunder, lightning detected north of Oswego. This is moving in as those lake temperatures sit at 70 to 75 degrees and surface temperatures sitting in the mid 50s, making prime conditions for lake effect rain. Now, this is all driven by an area of low pressure north of us, and this will gradually shift east following today, with high pressure set in place for tomorrow. So these rain showers are only really going to be raining in our area for today. Then we'll see nicer weather tomorrow. So again, if you have any plans for doing some yard work or even mowing today, maybe later on, let those lawns dry out. I know some of us saw lots of rain both on Friday, even some rain yesterday, but you'll have plenty of dry weather tomorrow to do some lawn mowing. And then Wednesday, you want to do that early. A few scattered showers and storms will arrive later on in the afternoon. The next 7 days, not quite early to mid-August like. We're looking at upper 70s, low 80s. This is going to be a cooler than average stretch for today and tomorrow. Slightly cooler than average for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then we're back down into the upper 70s by the weekend. And so in our Skycast, here's that lake effect rain shifting south throughout the late morning, early afternoon. This evening, showers become more disorganized. In fact, we'll see a bit of a dry slot moving in the Mohawk Valley heading into 5 p.m. onwards. Then clear skies tonight, patchy fog forming, and a dry day tomorrow. A north wind bringing low humidity and temperatures into the upper 70s. Then by Wednesday, that north wind still sticks around, but we could see an isolated thunder shower or two fire up, especially by the evening. And so your 7-day forecast, we got beautiful weather Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, again, isolated shower or storm, drying out once more on Friday, and then we'll see an unsettled return to the weekend with highs in the upper 70s. Gary?
Thanks. As the Paris Olympic Games have come to a close.
With Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Monday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
Let's hope all the tornado warnings are over after last night's up in Herkimer County.
Yeah, another warned storm yet again. In this one, we have a potential photo of a funnel cloud as well. We'll show that in just a second. But last night, it was pretty active in the skies.
Wow.
In fact, in space with the Perseid meteor shower, as well as, take a look at this, the Northern Lights. This was a view from Little Falls last night. Now, to be fair, this is when you have your camera on longer exposure, but you can still see faint green glows when you look at the Northern Lights towards the north. Of course, it's taken by Ashland in Little Falls. But again, back to that tornado-warned storm. The weather team looked at this photo here. It looks to be a faint signature of that funnel cloud. This was facing the north towards the tornado-warned storm yesterday, taken from by Bobby Palmer, looking at in Norway towards the northeast. So we'll keep an eye on some new information regarding damage, regarding the radar signatures. We'll relay it to the Weather Service in Albany, and we'll see if they plan on doing any surveys. But the radar right now is looking more and more unsettled as rain showers move in from the west due to lake effect, and we'll see that rain gradually move in. But for now, it's a sunny start, a beautiful start to the day, a crisp one in Oneonta, with temperatures in the 50s. We'll climb into the upper 60s this afternoon with on and off rain showers, drying out this evening, and even nicer weather for tomorrow. Of course, talk about that plus the full week's forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, Paris has closed out 2 extraordinary weeks.
Good morning. Welcome back. The time now is 6:11, and I'm getting you set to head out the door this morning on our Munson CommuteCast. First off, a live look along the arterial facing the eastern sky. A few more clouds rolling in this morning, but it's a relatively dry start for areas south and east of Utica. But as you head north and west, a bit more regarding light rainfall activity. And a look at our Munson traffic tracker this morning. Zooming in, there is still reports of downed power lines on Route 69 heading closer to Stanwix, between Stanwix Ave and Nelson Highway. So a heads up, this is reported at around 10:45, 10:50 yesterday, and the report is still here. So just remain cautious, plan potentially for a detour if you're heading out in that direction early this morning. And on top of that, there are still some side roads and other spots that aren't completely cleaned up yet regarding wind debris, not only from some of the storms yesterday, but also on Friday. So again, a heads up for that today. To start out, though, again, a few scattered showers, temperatures in the 50s. We'll climb into the 70s this afternoon, eventually drying out with nicer weather on the way for tomorrow. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The annual Coaches versus Cancer Golf Tournament.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. The dry weather this morning is turning a bit more unsettled. The rain showers arriving from the west. As we take a live look At our Nexus camera looking at downtown Utica, we can see those clouds moving in. Sunshine in the eastern sky, but we'll say goodbye to that, at least for the start of today and for the early afternoon. Current temperature 57, cloudy skies at Griffiths and Rome, 57 the dew point, so technically muggy, but lower than average humidity, and will remain in the lower humidity category for the next few days. Sunrise at 6:06 occurred a little earlier this morning, and the sunset occurring earlier in the evening at 8:12, the official time now. In a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Again, we're dry and mainly Otsego County, southern Herkimer County, but rain is starting to fill in Oneida County and north from lake effect. This is due to the Great Lakes temperatures. In fact, Lake Ontario's temperature being at roughly 72, 75 degrees. Temperature here around the area in the low to mid 50s. So great difference there for lake effect rain to form. And we'll see this come off of Lake Ontario for most of the morning and early afternoon, mixed in with a few clouds. And this is all driven by an area of low pressure north of us right now. This is keeping things a bit unsettled, but this low pressure will exit our area to the east later on today. High pressure moves in from the west, and we'll see nice weather arrive by tomorrow. So I know a lot of you who saw plenty of rain on Friday, and some of you saw even more rain yesterday. Those lawns are still a bit damp, but I bet your grass and lawns are loving it. Hold off till this evening to do some mowing, but if you want to wait for your lawn to dry even more, tomorrow is your best bet for doing it. As into Wednesday, you can do it earlier on, but we'll see an isolated shower or storm develop later on in the day. Those temperatures, the next 5 to 7 days, looking pretty cool compared to at least what we experienced in July and even in June. Temperatures in the upper 70s tomorrow, low 70s today, into the low 80s by Wednesday through Friday. And so, looking at our skycast, we're seeing rain showers starting to form off of Lake Ontario. They'll sweep south by the early part of this afternoon. Then by this evening, we'll see a dry slot move in. Things looking quiet in the Mohawk Valley by 5 p.m. onwards. And then we'll see clear skies tonight. Patchy fog form with temperatures falling into the low 50s, upper 40s. That morning fog burns off. We've got a beautiful day on Tuesday with a north wind and temperatures in the upper 70s. And so your 7-day forecast following the nice day tomorrow. We'll see a good shot for an isolated shower or storm Wednesday and Thursday. Highs in the 80s, drying out Friday, but so far this weekend looking pretty unsettled with temperatures in the upper 70s. Gary?
Thanks. Many people in northeast Ohio remain without power after severe storms and tornadoes swept through Cleveland.
2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Monday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And as we've been talking all morning long, let's hope the tornado watches are over.
I hope so too, but again, I can't speak too soon because Mother Nature always has different ideas. But yes, there was a tornado warning yesterday. In fact, we have a picture of potential funnel cloud with that as well. But last night with the meteor shower, also, take a look at this photo right here, Gary.
Spectacular, isn't it?
Look at this spectacular photo. This is the Northern Lights, yet again, viewing from Little Falls. This is taken by Ashland, and of course in the backdrop you can see the greens and even pinks. Now, with your naked eye, you really can only make out the faint greens. You need longer exposure from, say, cameras in order to capture the vibrant pinks. So you won't quite see this in the sky, but with your camera, you definitely will. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Rain is starting to move in, although spotty in nature, at least initially here in the Utica area. This is all from lake effect coming off of Lake Ontario. And look at this shot right here in Oneonta right now. We got some morning fog, the sun just eclipsing the hills out in the distance in the eastern sky. So we have two amazing shots early this morning, and rain showers to start with a few clouds here and there as well. It's going to be cloudy, on and off rain, and then drying out as we head into later on this evening. Highs, though, only in the upper 60s to low 70s. We'll see nicer weather tomorrow, but overall, on and off rain throughout the week. We'll talk about that, of course, in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. The Democratic National Convention begins 1 week from today with Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate Governor Tim Walz gaining momentum.
Good morning, welcome back. I did a closer look, by the way. That looks to be a cricket. So I think I'm in the clear right now. I'll see if he starts chirping in the backdrop. Our photo of the day today is taking us to Leonardsville once more. One of our frequent submitters, Casey Pierce, taking this amazing shot right here. This is a meteor falling in front of a faint glow of the northern lights. How often do you see this here in central New York? Probably not often. This taken in Leonardsville. Amazing photo right here. And if you like to submit a photo like this one, although it is a bit difficult to try to capture all this at once, but any weather photo showcasing the beauty of our local area here in central New York, or if you want to view the hundreds of photos submitted by all of you here in central New York to see any rainbows, any animals out and about, send it to, or just go to that link right there on the top of your screen to see or submit your own picture. Now, the weather this morning, initially dry, rain showers are moving in from lake effect. You can see it pretty much in the northwestern part of our area. This will be the weather pattern for the start of today and in the early afternoon, but we'll dry out this evening with a better shot for nice weather by tomorrow. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A major cleanup is underway at Fort Myers Beach down in Florida. Workers are in the process of removing algae from the beach, and the cleanup is expected to take at least a couple of weeks. Reporter Paul Dolan has more now from Florida.
An algae highway winding around the waterline plopped like a thick, mucky blanket that stretches down Fort Myers Beach. Beachgoers like Debbie say the beach doesn't look its best at the moment.
It was beautiful in April. Blue, gorgeous, so I think the cleanup's really going to help.
So construction crews took to the beach, raking, plowing, digging, and dumping it all up. Then hauling the algae away 40 tons at a time, driving it off the beach, leaving nothing but a trail of massive tire tracks. I saw 4 trucks, which means 160 tons of algae driven off the beach.
They're actually moving it up and out, and then they're dumping it to where they're going to get rid of it. So it'll be clean.
Crews are working harder and smarter, swapping out trucks to limit delays, ripping the algae up off the sand bed, making it easier to dig up.
Lots of progress. It was piled, and yeah, very hard workers here.
The algae doesn't smell like a bouquet of roses. Nevertheless, the rapid progress gave beachgoers like Kim a place to relax on the beach. And she hopes when the job is all done, the beach will showcase its unique beauty once again.
The Gulf Coast, Southwest Florida is definitely the place to come and visit.
The time now is 6:43. Here's a live look at downtown Utica.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Monday morning, everyone. We are starting out with a few spotty rain showers arriving from the northwest from lake effect. And we're seeing some of these clouds arriving in downtown Utica right now as we take a live look over the city right here. On the distance, the sun starting to fade away, but we'll see it return as we head into this evening and tomorrow. Currently sitting at 57 and cloudy skies at Griffiths and Rome. Still technically muggy, dew point of 57. In that sunrise sitting at 6:06 this morning. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Here are those lake effect rain showers now becoming a bit more persistent in northern Nettie County. And this is going to start shifting to the south. We're tracking the winds downwind of this location, and it's starting to trend again a bit more southwest. So this rain will inevitably move into the Mohawk Valley later on this morning. Now, this is all driven by an area of low pressure north of us right now. You can see the winds circulating around it. And following this low pressure exiting to the east, we'll see high pressure move in from the west. And this will bring nicer weather as we head into tomorrow. And so, although today will dry out later on, even with that dry weather, the grass and lawns might still be a little bit damp. So if you do have the ability to wait till tomorrow, I do recommend it. Give the time for the grass to grow a little bit and absorb the water before you mow it. Tomorrow, a great day for that. Wednesday, do it early because we'll see an isolated shower or storm later on in the day. Temperatures over the next 7 days, pretty warm. We've got highs today in the 70s, upper 70s Tuesday, low 80s by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Notice pretty warm, not quite hot, at least, or average for this time of year. As we head into the early part to middle part of August, usually we're not seeing temperatures in the low 70s, upper 60s like what we're seeing for today. So no heat wave expected between now and next weekend. Our Skycast showing that lake effect rain again shifting south later on this morning, the early part of this afternoon. Following that, we'll see some breaks of sunshine this evening, pocket of dry weather, and then clear skies tonight with patchy fog developing, overnight lows in the low 50s, upper 40s. A beautiful day tomorrow with a north wind, highs in the upper 70s, and then we'll see an isolated shower or storm arrive as we head into Wednesday afternoon. And so your 7-day forecast, nice weather tomorrow, isolated shower or storm Wednesday and Thursday, sunshine by Friday, and then 70s with rain showers and storms Saturday and Sunday. Gary?
Eric, thanks. As the Paris Olympic Games have now come to a close, all eyes turn to the next Summer Games.
News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And yet another tornado warning came out last night. I know I was watching Ben and Samantha, and kind of scary when it first comes out. That one actually went away pretty quickly, though.
Yeah, it went away pretty quickly. It was in an area, thankfully, that wasn't too populated. That's always our biggest concern. But it was a tornado warning. There are still some people in the area. And on top of that, we did have a potential funnel cloud photo that we'll share in just a second. But overnight, we saw not only the meteor shower, the Perseid meteor shower, but also the northern lights. And some amazing photos submitted to us. This is one photo submitted by Ashlyn in Little Falls with the bright pinks and greens in the distance. And to the naked eye, you'll see the faint greens. The pinks, usually you need to have a longer exposure camera to view it. Now, to the tornado. This is a potential funnel cloud. We're noticing the outline here. This is facing the northern sky from in Norway, looking north towards that tornado-warned storm. This is not reaching the ground, so we can't say it is a tornado confirmed, but funnel clouds are just tornadoes that haven't reached the ground. So we'll keep looking into this. We're going to ask for some storm reports on social media and talk with Weather Service, and we'll relay any new information regarding that storm that was around the Ohio area yesterday evening. Now, a live look at the radar. Things are looking pretty unsettled with a few spotty showers moving in from lake effect. And the sun is shining over the fog in Oneonta. A dry start in the City of the Hills, so not everyone will see rain to start today, but we'll see on and off rain, clouds, temperatures in the 60s, climbing into the upper 60s, low 70s by this afternoon, gradually drying out, but we'll have nicer weather on tap for tomorrow. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The emergency crews rushed to the scene of a very serious crash in Schuyler on Sunday. All we're being told right now is that more than one person was rushed to a local hospital. We do have calls into state police, but so far, not much information is being released. But check this out. We do know what happened just before 5 o'clock Sunday afternoon at the Route 5 intersection with Dyke.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. We are starting to see some rain showers moving through the area early today. Let's take a live look outside. On our Nexus camera, looking at downtown Utica, the road's a little bit more damp now as the morning sun is out in the distance and morning rain showers are now the story. Light rain, 58 degrees, measured at Griffiths and Rome, dew point at 57. So it is technically muggy out again, but by summertime standards, not too bad. In a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, as I mentioned, we'll start to see this lake effect rain begin its southwestern push. Downwind, these winds are behaving more so like that, less so like this. And in fact, you can see this trend starting to shape up right now. Initially, the rain is moving to the east. Now it'll start moving south and east over the next few hours. So again, this morning, clouds mixed in with a few spotty rain showers. This is all driven by low pressure to the north right now. We can see it cycling these rain showers around that region. And following today, this low pressure exits to the east. High pressure moves in from the west, and we'll see dry weather for our area here locally. And so with that in mind, if you're planning on doing some mowing, for example, some yard work as well, maybe we'll hold off today. Give you the time for your lawn to absorb all the rain and grow a little bit more before you mow tomorrow, which is your best bet. Dry across the board, low humidity, fantastic weather to cut the grass. Wednesday, do it early because we could see a stray shower in the afternoon. The Mowcast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Our temperature trend over the next 7 days looking pretty warm. Not hot though. We're not looking at anything in terms of a heat wave or a huge cool down, but today definitely feeling cooler than average with highs only in the upper 60s to low 70s and then low 80s by the middle and end of the week. And so heading to our Skycast this morning, here's that lake effect rain. It's going to begin its southeastern push over the area. A few spotty cloud showers drying out by this evening. 5 p.m. onwards, most of the area is dry. And then by 10, 11 p.m., sunshine, or at least clear weather, clear skies, and temperatures falling into the upper 40s, low 50s. Patchy fog forming tomorrow. That burns off. We'll see sunshine, a north wind, and highs in the upper 70s. Beautiful day tomorrow. And then by tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning, we'll see fog form once more, and then eventually a spotty shower or two developing by the afternoon. And so your 7-day forecast, we got sunshine today, or later on today, sunshine tomorrow, isolated shower and storm Wednesday and Thursday.
Oriskany Garage.
Change gears over to the weather. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us. And Eric, any confirmation about a possible tornado last night in Herkimer County?
Yeah, so far, still potential funnel cloud. I haven't seen anything regarding tornado damage. I talked to Weather Service in Albany, same story, just not enough evidence right now. So as of now, no survey is expected and not a confirmed tornado. There was a lot of winds, though, with that storm yesterday, along with some hail. But today, we're not talking about hail or some strong winds, just a few scattered lake effect rain showers and even some isolated downpours indicated by those yellow areas there. Matter of fact, one location just south of Rome, north of Sylvan Beach, pushing south and east just north of Verona, heading over Route 26, eventually into the I-90 corridor, approaching Whitestown and Utica momentarily. So again, we're talking about a few on and off showers today, but taking a look in Cooperstown right now, looking relatively dry, a cooler and breezier August day here in central New York. Now, we'll see a few spotty on and off showers and clouds for the next few hours, but the lake effect rain comes to an end this evening. Sunshine peaks out. Temperatures still only remain in the upper 60s near 70 degrees. So still a cooler day, but we have a nice day expected tomorrow and slightly warmer days for the week ahead. We'll talk about that in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. We are tracking a few lake effect rain showers early today, and they'll stick around for the next few hours, but we'll see nicer weather heading into this evening and overnight. Let's take a look outside right now. We're seeing clouds, on and off rain showers. In fact, some sunshine peeking out in Herkimer, but more so regarding the clouds and rain here in central New York than the sunshine. And those temperatures today, not quite feeling so August-like. We got 60s across the area, 69 Westernville, 66 Inlet, 61 in Otter Lake, 64 in Little Falls and Dolgeville. And to the south, low 60s, 64 Oneonta, 62 Cooperstown. The outlier, Unadilla, with 70. That's the warmest temperature here locally in the New York area. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Again, we're tracking the arrival of some lake effect rain showers moving in from Lake Ontario. We've got the ingredients for it. Temperatures this morning started out in the 50s, and the lake temperature is sitting at 74, 76 degrees. So that temperature difference is pretty standard for seeing lake effect rain. The bigger picture is we are basically being influenced by low pressure north of us right now. This is cycling some winds over Lake Ontario, of course, delivering us that rain. But this overall will exit our area to the east by later on today, and high pressure moves in by tonight. And that'll bring with it, of course, dry weather. So with all the rain we saw on Friday, and those of you who saw plenty of rain yesterday, if you do have the ability to, I would say hold off on mowing that lawn until later on this evening. Better yet, even wait until tomorrow. Give time for that grass to grow and soak in all that water. You can cut it with dry weather, low humidity, plenty of sunshine, and do it early Wednesday as an isolated shower or storm is possible in the evening. So again, we're still staying in the low 70s, upper 60s today, warming up a little bit by the midweek, but we're not tracking any dog days of summer for the next 7 days as temperatures remain below or near average for this time of year. And quickly on our Skycast, we're seeing those scattered showers diminish this evening, sunshine peeking out just before sunset. And then, of course, we'll see clear skies, patchy fog tonight with lows quickly dropping into the 40s and 50s. Then tomorrow, beautiful day, highs in the upper 70s with low humidity. And then dry weather early tomorrow before a few pop-up showers and storms are possible in the afternoon and evening. And so for today, again, showers early. Those will taper off this evening and tonight with clear skies and lows in the 50s. 7-day forecast. Again, we're reaching the low to mid 80s by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but I would say less so those mid 80s. It's still feeling like a cooler than average August right now, but we got a nice day tomorrow, a nice day Friday with low humidity. That's the good news.
Yeah, we had a hot July for sure.
Yes, we'll take a little bit of a relief.
We have it. Eric, thanks. Well, Utica's annual Tunnel to Towers now, and Eric, a bit of a rainy afternoon ahead, huh?
Yeah, we've got a few more hours of rain showers, but with the dry weather we saw last night, we were able to see the meteor shower plus.
I saw that.
Plus two, plus two more, well, I would say two more things, but two total. The meteor shower, but also the northern lights.
Yeah.
And look at this photo here, Smith. Let's take a full screen of that right now. It's the foreground of the northern lights, or background, whichever one passed above one another. But the fact that you can capture a aurora as well as a flying meteor is a very, very difficult thing to do. So amazing photo submitted to us by Casey in Leonardsville. Frequent submitter of photos, of course, great astronomical photos as well. But the radar, as Gary mentioned, we're talking about a rainy afternoon. I know there's a peak of sunshine here and there, but we'll see some more rain showers move in as we head throughout the next few hours. In fact, this one right here, heading through the I-90 corridor, heading towards New Hartford, Utica area, Whitestown, Whitesboro, New York Mills. We'll see that rain beginning to arrive momentarily. In Cooperstown, a different story. A few clouds, some peaks of sunshine, mainly dry, but again, those showers will arrive in the southern valleys later on. The rain ends here earlier for the areas in the Mohawk Valley and north. So again, next 12 hours, you can see here, sunshine giving way to clear skies tonight, and lows quickly falling into the 50s. We've got a cool and crisp night tonight and a beautiful day tomorrow. We'll talk about, though, when we could see our next chance of rain in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A suspect is still on the loose after leading police.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. Weather is still a little bit unsettled today as a few scattered showers are starting to roll in from lake effect. Let's first, though, take a look across central New York on the Mesnet camera network, where we are, of course, seeing clouds, some occasional peaks of sunshine, but it's going to generally remain unsettled for the next few hours as rain showers move through. But again, it's a cooler day out there. We've got temperatures across the region still in the 60s, 66 Little Falls, 63 Lake Pleasant, 63 Outer Lake, nearing 70 in Westernville, but that's really about it. To the south, 61 in Hamilton, still only in the near upper 50s, low 60s. And then 64 Oneonta. The balmiest area in central New York right now is currently Unadilla with 70 degrees. So it's a cooler day today. And along with that cooler weather, we're tracking a few rain showers. In fact, this little blob right here south of Rome is starting to approach the Utica region right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit where we can actually see the rain showers just through the thruway corridor right here. And it's heading eastward, southeastward in the Utica area within the span of the next few minutes. This is all driven by an area of low pressure north of us right now, and this is steering those winds over the Great Lakes, influencing us with lake effect rain. But following that, we'll see high pressure move in by tonight and tomorrow. And so with the rain showers today and the rain yesterday and the rain on Friday, give your lawns a few moments to catch your breaths and, absorb that water. I would say hold off on the mowing today, maybe late if you absolutely need to. But if you can wait until tomorrow, tomorrow will be a great day for it. Dry weather, sunshine, low humidity, and of course, plenty of time for your grass to turn a bit more green. Earlier on Wednesday with a few isolated showers in the afternoon. Temperatures the next few days, no heat wave, no dog days of summer expected, with highs barely reaching the low 80s. So 81, 82 is our average high this time of year, and so we're right below average. Our Skycast showing cooler temperatures today, scattered showers coming to an end, sunshine peeking out this evening right before sunset, clear skies tonight, patchy fog in some valley locations south of the Mohawk Valley with temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s. Then a beautiful day tomorrow, north wind, sunshine, upper 70s, low humidity. And then by tomorrow night, we'll see patchy fog return, and then dry weather gives way to maybe an isolated shower or two by the afternoon. And so again, today, 72, the high, if we're lucky, with showers early, coming to an end, low of 58 tonight with clear skies. 7-day forecast, beautiful day tomorrow, isolated shower or storm Wednesday and Thursday, sunshine returns again Friday, the weekend looking a bit unsettled, but following the weather on Friday and on Sunday, we'll see a nice day in store for us this evening and tomorrow.
Good for us.
I'll enjoy the nice weather.
We're due. Eric, thanks. Well, you might be sick of the words tornadoes or twisters by now, but how about watching the iconic film Twister and meeting the Academy Award-winning actress of the movie, Helen Hunt? Well, now you can, right here in Central New York. Come October 30th, you can hear behind-the-scenes stories, insights, and personal anecdotes directly from Helen Hunt herself. A limited number of VIP tickets will be available, which include an exclusive photo op with Helen Hunt after a screening of the film, which actually came out back in 1996. The event is at the On Center Krauss Heinz Theater in Syracuse on October 30th at 7:30. Tickets can be purchased in person, by phone, or online starting this Friday. We'll also have a link to purchase those tickets on our website at WKTV.com. Well, can Los Angeles host a car?
The forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Carter. It's kind of a wet day today. Sun peaked out a little, though.
Yeah, it was kind of gloomy, cooler. Some improvements in our weather tonight, and we might be able to catch the northern lights tonight. Let's take a look at the radar first, and we are tracking a couple of scattered showers. This is a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. These are moving to the east. Some thunder and lightning with these in the Adirondacks, and it's possible we could see a rumble of thunder with this, but again, most of this activity is waning in our area. And as we take a live look outside, we're 71 degrees. It's cool. Temperatures are going to drop into the 50s tonight. With skies clearing out, there's been a pretty big solar storm that's been taking place. It started last night, It's been going on all day today, and if it lingers into tonight, which it might, there's no way to really tell. We might be able to see the northern lights. I'll have more on where to look and when coming up. Beautiful sunny day tomorrow, and the weather looks pretty decent, but we do have some showers returning as we head into Wednesday. This evening, temperatures in the 70s. A few scattered showers come to an end. We've got a look at a pretty nice week of weather ahead. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Demolition began today on the former Adirondack Years. We confirmed this afternoon with the town of Trenton that a Dollar General Market will be constructed on the site. No word yet on when construction will begin. 3 bears had to be euthanized.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Did you get a chance to see them last night? The Northern Lights. A lot of folks did. This picture from Casey Pierce, not only the Northern Lights, but also the Perseid meteor shower. We've had a lot of meteors last night as well. We do have the chance of seeing the Northern Lights tonight. My advice would be to look right as it gets dark. We've got a solar storm that's been taking place. It's really ramped up earlier today, and it's kind of in the process of waning. So if we're going to be able to see this tonight, we're going to need to get lucky. It's very difficult to predict these things, but again, you're going to look to the north after sunset. Skies are expected to clear out. They're going to look for a faint glow to the north, and again, with a little bit of luck, you might be able to see these again tonight. And again, my advice is to go earlier as soon as it gets dark, and we'll hope for the best. Live look in downtown Utica, temperature of 68 degrees. It's cool, it's comfortable. Lots of places in the low 70s this evening. Where it's been raining, it's been in the 60s. Westernville 74. Otter Lake with 66 degrees. Little Falls 65. Across Southern Valleys, Sherburne 70. Cooperstown 62. And Oneonta with 61. We've been in a wet weather pattern. If you're looking to get the lawn cut, tomorrow is a good day to do that. Looking at dry weather. Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be contending with showers and thunderstorms. So both days will be tougher to cut, not impossible, but you're going to have to work around the weather. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. An area of low pressure overhead will be moving to the east that will allow skies to clear out tonight. So if, again, you're trying to catch a glimpse of the northern lights, we'll have some clouds early, but we do expect skies to clear out. A lot of these clouds are also being caused by the heating of the day. A lot of these are being caused by the sun. So as the sun gets lower in the sky, skies are expected to clear out. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the 50s. It's going to be a cool night ahead. Heading into tomorrow, some patchy fog in the morning gives way to sunshine. It's a beautiful Tuesday. High temperatures climb into the upper 70s. Tomorrow night, skies remain mostly clear, and we track some showers and thunderstorms returning heading into Wednesday afternoon. Newly formed Tropical Storm Ernesto is expected to turn to the north and possibly impact Bermuda as we head into Saturday. This is expected to stay off the East Coast, but again, we're going to continue to keep an eye on that. Tonight, decreasing clouds, 55 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, a high temperature of 78. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers, thunderstorms return Wednesday and Thursday afternoon. Temperatures near 80. Sunshine Friday, 81. More showers and thunderstorms on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and turning a little bit more humid with temperatures in the upper 70s.
Typical summer weather for this time of year, isn't it?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Bill. Can Los Angeles host a car-free Olympic Games in 2028? Let's talk about the weather.
Yeah, the fair should be really nice as we head into tomorrow for the Herkimer County Fair. Mostly sunny skies. We're not going to be dealing with the rain showers that we saw today, and we're expecting plenty of sunshine. Should be a dry day. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Forecast for this evening, a couple of scattered showers in place. These are moving to the south and east, so we do get a chance to dry out. And skies are expected to clear out tonight. Good weather to walk the dog. Temperatures will be in the 60s. Comfortable for the dog as well as yourself. Tonight's featured dog, Tucker from Delgeville. This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. We've got to look at some warmer weather ahead. A look at the forecast coming up. James, back to you.
Bill, thank you. 130 golfers took to the Yanandas.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. After a dreary start to the day, we're expecting to see some sunshine as we head throughout this evening. Clearing skies, a live look in downtown Utica, 68 degrees. Should we get lucky tonight, and there's no guarantees, we might be able to catch a view of the northern lights. The activity has been going, there's been a very high amount of activity with the solar storm that's been taking place. We saw the northern lights last night. It's continuing today. It's in the process of waning, but if we get lucky, we might be able to catch the tail end of this. So this would be immediately after dark. Once it gets dark enough, look to the north for a faint glow. And again, it takes luck. This is new science. There's a lot of things that science doesn't understand about how to predict solar storms. And again, today was kind of a surprise. It wasn't expected to be this big. Again, if we get lucky, we might be able to catch a glimpse of this, again, right after it gets dark. We're keeping an eye to the north. The winds turn into the north, and there's some wildfires taking place here that could actually draw some light smoke down Tuesday evening and Tuesday night. It looks like the brunt of this goes to the east, but it'll be a close call, so this could have a minor impact on our air quality. Again, we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Skywatchers checking in. A cooler day, 69 in Clinton. Micah New Hartford, 69. Barneveld, 66. Norway, 66 degrees. Fairfield, Sandy with 70. And Carroll and Worcester with 62. As we look at the radar and satellite image, low pressure to the north has been driving our weather today, and it's in the process of moving out. So we're expecting clearing skies tonight, high pressure rolling in. It should bring us a beautiful Tuesday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, clear skies tonight. It's cool. If you're looking for the northern lights again, maybe grab a light sweatshirt. Also a reminder, it's not just the northern lights tonight. There's still the Perseid meteor shower. That's expected to give us a few shooting stars. So I think it's worth spending some time outdoors if you love astronomy. Tomorrow, sunshine, temperatures in the 70s. Should be a beautiful day. Tomorrow night, skies remain clear. We're down into the 60s and 50s. We are tracking newly formed tropical storm Ernesto, which is expected to turn northward and move into the Atlantic, becoming perhaps a Category 2, maybe a Category 3 hurricane as it heads its way towards Bermuda. At this point, it is not expected to cause any significant issues along the East Coast, although there could be some pretty strong waves here along the East Coast, I should say. But again, that storm looks to pass to the east. Decreasing clouds tonight, 55 for the overnight low. Sunshine tomorrow, 78. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers, thunderstorms return Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures near 80 degrees. The weather stays warm Friday, and then more thunderstorms return as we head into the weekend. We'll be right back.
Future forecast at 6. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Kind of a dreary day today. We've been tracking some on and off showers throughout the afternoon, and there's a few that are still lingering in our area. We'll take a closer look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This downpour is moving over Little Falls, heading south and east, so this is going to clip the southeastern part of Herkimer County before moving into Montgomery County, and that could produce a rumble of thunder. But for most of us, the weather is pretty quiet, mostly cloudy, 68 degrees. It's going to be another cool night, temperatures in the 50s. Lots of folks saw the northern lights last night. We have a small chance of seeing them tonight, especially early on. We'll talk more about that. Beautiful day tomorrow, lots of sunshine, and we have our next chance of showers and storms. That's expected on Wednesday. Temperatures in the low 70s this evening. Showers come to an end. We're tracking a pretty nice week of weather ahead. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Demolition has begun in the former Adder 33 years. According to the town of Trenton, a Dollar General Market will be constructed on the site. No word, though, on when construction will begin for that. On Sunday,
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Clearing skies tonight could give us the opportunity of seeing the northern lights. We saw it last night. A lot of places did here in central New York. It peaked out after midnight. This picture from Casey Pierce, not only the northern lights, but check this out. Shooting star captured at the same time. Yes, we've got the Perseid meteor shower that continues tonight, so maybe we get lucky, although if we do, it's going to need a lot of luck. And the reason why is we've been watching the solar activity. It peaked earlier today. It's waning. But if we can hold on to this, conditions could be just right after sunset, I would wait until it gets dark enough, probably about 9 o'clock onward, to look to the north, and maybe if you get lucky, you'll see a faint glow. If you don't see it between 9 and 10 o'clock, it's probably not going to happen. But you might be able to see a few shooting stars tonight, too. It's tough to predict the northern lights. There's a lot of things that science hasn't learned yet about how the sun interacts with the atmosphere, but the information is getting better. Live look at downtown Utica, 67 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Winds are going to turn into the north tomorrow, and that could bring in some wildfire smoke from Canada. There's some forest fires that are taking place here that might bring a very minor drop in the air quality beginning Tuesday evening. It looks like the brunt of this goes into New England and not in central New York, but it's going to be a pretty close call. Beautiful day to cut the lawn tomorrow. I would encourage you to do that tomorrow because Wednesday and Thursday we have some showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. A cooler day today. Temperatures in the 60s. Helen and Cassville 66 degrees. Curtis 64. Inlet 66. Paynes Hollow, Jeff with 64 degrees. And that's thanks to an area of upper level low pressure, which is moving to the east. It's going to allow for skies to clear out and the weather to improve. Clear skies tonight, overnight lows in the 50s, a cool night ahead. Again, the possibility of the northern lights viewing right after sunset and maybe a few shooting stars if you get lucky. Tomorrow, sunshine, beautiful day. Temperatures climbing to the mid-70s. Tomorrow night, the weather remains dry. We do have the chance of seeing a few pop-up thunderstorms on Wednesday with high temperatures in the upper 70s. We're also keeping an eye on newly formed tropical storm Ernesto. The track for the National Hurricane Center keeps this in the Atlantic, but this could be a big problem for Bermuda by the weekend. Tonight, decreasing clouds, low of 55. Tomorrow, beautiful day, partly sunny, north wind, high temperature of 78. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers, thunderstorms possible Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures near 80. It's warm on Friday. More thunderstorms with some humidity as we head into the weekend.
So, typical summer.
Very much a typical summer, yeah.
We want typical, all these storms. I'm done with that for a while.
Same.
All right, thanks, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6, the top 6.
With Jason Palace.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Power has finally been restored in the town of Ohio several days after intense winds brought down large trees and power lines. News Channel 2's Luke Radel traveled there to survey the damage and cleanup efforts. He joins us now live in studio with our top story tonight. Luke, good evening.
Jason, good evening. This was the scene captured by our Channel 2 crews this weekend. You can see substantial damage done to power lines as well as large trees brought down, blocking the roadway. The winds picked up around 4:30 on Friday afternoon. That's when many neighbors in Ohio lost power, including Steve Kroll. He said that the sky darkened and saw strong winds whipping through the trees, but Kroll did not see any funnel cloud or any other signs of a tornado. But after the storm, he and his neighbors were left without power for more than 48 hours.
The power outage actually was from right after it occurred, and that was about 4:30, and we just got power back last night. They had to replace a couple lines, and there was some significant damage down the road also. So yeah, kudos to our utilities and the local municipalities. They did a good job.
Kroll says that he was lucky to have a generator, but for those who needed additional assistance, neighbors relied upon each other. These are just some of the trees that were down on his property this afternoon, and it just goes to show you, Jason, that even though the power is back, the cleanup continues.
All right, Luke, thanks very much. Let's get to first weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. No storms to worry about tonight.
No.
But plenty of northern lights in the air.
Yeah, we've had a pretty busy weekend. We had the storms Friday. We had a tornado warning on Sunday, which we did not confirm any damage, any touchdowns there.
That's good news.
Which is good news.
Yeah.
But we're also watching the northern lights. A lot of people saw it last night. We have a chance to see it tonight. Conditions are marginal, but we are getting a couple of people that have been able to spot it with the right camera settings. They're not as bright as they were last night, but it might be worth taking a look. And I was out earlier, right before the newscast. I saw 2 shooting stars in the span of about 10 to 15 minutes. We've got the Perseid meteor shower, which is continuing. So you might not get a chance to see the northern lights, but I think it's worth spending some time outdoors, especially if you love astronomy. This is an interesting night to check that out. For the Herkimer County Fair, that begins tomorrow. Temperatures look to be in the upper 70s. A nice start to the fair. Lots of sunshine is expected. It should be a much nicer day than what we dealt with today. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's dry. It's looking clear. Temperature 59 degrees. Pretty comfortable night for sleeping. Overnight lows will be in the mid-50s. You can open up the windows, air out the house. We are tracking some pleasant weather this week. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, after a 4-month larceny investigation, Oneida County.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Skies have cleared out, and we've had a little bit of luck tonight with the northern lights. We've had some people that have been able to see this. This picture from Izzy in Stittville. When you see this picture, just understand that there are ways to bring more light into the camera. Your camera has a mode, a lot of cameras have a mode of night vision, or night mode, I should say, where it captures more light, and this isn't quite what your naked eye would see. But if you do look to the north tonight, you may notice a faint glow, and sometimes with some luck, sometimes you can see pillars dancing across the sky. We've had a couple of people spot that here tonight as well. Those are harder to see, but it is possible tonight, at least for the next couple of hours, around the tail end of a solar storm, which really ramped up earlier today, but it is in the process of waning. I don't know how long this is going to last tonight, but again, if you do want to catch this, if you missed out on it last night, it's worth taking some time before you go to bed to look to the north. Also, too, be on the lookout for shooting stars. Live look at downtown Utica, 59 degrees is the current temperature. With the weather patterns changing, with the winds coming in from the north, we do have to keep an eye on the possibility of some smoke dropping in from the north. There's another wildfire in Canada that could bring some light, small changes to our air quality tomorrow and into tomorrow night. And it's a better chance of it happening east of Utica, especially into New England. Need to cut the lawn? Tomorrow's the day to do it. Dry weather. Showers and thunderstorms are expected to return on Wednesday and Thursday. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Today's weather brought to you by the letter L, low pressure. It's going to be moving to the east. And as it moves away, the weather does dry out, and we will see sunshine as we get into tomorrow. Again, a very nice day tomorrow is expected. Tonight, some patchy fog. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. Beautiful day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine is expected. High temperatures climb into the upper 70s. Tomorrow night, the weather remains dry. Overnight lows drop down into the 50s. On Wednesday, there is the chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. We've got a disturbance dropping back in from the north, and again, that could cause a few thunderstorms. Tropical storm Ernesto has developed today. The National Hurricane Center is bringing this storm in the middle of the Atlantic. This could impact Bermuda, perhaps as a Category 2 hurricane on Saturday. It still looks to stay away from the East Coast for now. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. Decreasing clouds tonight, low 55. Tomorrow, sunshine, 78 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Scattered showers and thunderstorms possible Wednesday and Thursday. Looking dry on Friday, 81. And the humidity is back over the weekend. It gets warmer at night, but it also means some wet weather with showers and thunderstorms Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But yeah, if you got some time tonight, sneak a peek, look to the north, see if you can have luck.
Get away from the city lights.
Yes, you have to do that.
All right, thank you, Bill. Coming up next, people with serious...
With Jason Palace.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Power has finally been restored in the town of Ohio several days after intense winds brought down large trees and power lines. News Channel 2's Luke Radel traveled there to survey the damage and cleanup efforts. He joins us now live in studio with our top story tonight. Luke, good evening.
Jason, good evening. This was the scene captured by our News Channel 2 crew this weekend. You can see substantial damage done to those power lines as well as large trees brought down blocking the roadways. The winds picked up around 4:30 on Friday afternoon. That's when many neighbors in Ohio lost power, including Steve Kroll. Kroll told me that the sky darkened and he saw strong winds whipping through the trees, but he did not see any funnel cloud or other signs of a possible tornado. But after the storm, he and his neighbors were without power for more than 48 hours.
The power outage actually was from right after it occurred, and that was about 4:30, and we just got power back last night. They had to replace a couple lines, and there was some significant damage down the road also. So yeah, kudos to our utilities and the local municipalities. They did a good job.
Kroll says he was lucky to have a generator, but for others who needed assistance, neighbors relied upon each other. These are just some of the trees that were downed on his property today. It just goes to show you that even though the power is back on, the cleanup continues. Jason?
All right, thank you, Luke. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis now with a first look at the forecast. No storms today. People still cleaning up, though, and we did have some northern light sightings tonight.
Yeah, some folks able to see it. We saw a big show last night locally, but there was some color to be seen tonight, too. We're kind of on the tail end of a solar storm, so there's no telling how long this is going to last. But take a look at this. We've got some color here in Stittville. This is from Izzy. Again, you might be able to catch a glimpse of this tonight if you look to the north. And you have to make sure your phone is in night mode, because to the naked eye, it's pretty hard to point this out, but you might be able to see a very faint glow to the north over the next couple of hours. Our weather tonight is looking quiet for the fair tomorrow. The Herkimer County Fair kicks off. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s, mostly sunny skies. Looks like a great day for the fair. The weather looks dry this evening and tonight. Looking at clear skies. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Temperatures are cooling off. We're sitting at 57 degrees. A little bit of clouds being reported at Griffiths, but they're not going to last for long. Temperatures tonight will drop into the mid-50s. Some patchy fog will develop overnight, but it looks like a pretty comfortable night for sleeping. We are tracking our next chance of storms. It looks like Wednesday and Thursday. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, after a 4-month larceny investigation, Oneida County Sheriff's arrested.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening and welcome back. We are taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A couple of sprinkles showing up to the west, but for the most part, skies are looking clear. Luke and I got a chance to try to take a look at the northern lights, and he has a better phone than I. This is the picture he was able to capture. You can notice a little bit of a green glow to the north tonight. Your phone has a way of enhancing color if it has night mode. It's a way that the phones can bring more light in. But we've been getting a lot of folks that have been able to see the northern lights, and just going out tonight, again, it takes a lot of patience, but it's worth it. Also, you can see some shooting stars. We still have the Perseid meteor shower continuing tonight, and I saw 2 of them within a span of about a half an hour. And again, if you have a little bit of luck tonight, you might be able to see them. Live look at downtown Utica, 57 degrees is the current temperature. It's cooling off. The weather tomorrow favors a north wind. We're going to be keeping an eye on this because there are some wildfires to the north in Canada that could bring in some smoke, which could have a small impact on our air quality. This looks to be more of a chance in New England than central New York, but part of our area might be affected by this. It looks light, but again, it is something that we're going to be watching here over the next 24 hours. Best day to mow the lawn tomorrow. Sunshine is expected. We're tracking the chance of thunderstorms Wednesday and Thursday. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. An area of low pressure continues to swing through tonight. It is moving out, which means skies are going to clear out, and the stage is set for a very lovely Tuesday. Tonight, comfortable. Overnight lows drop into the 50s. Beautiful day tomorrow. Some patchy fog early, sunshine in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 70s. Tomorrow night, clear skies. Another comfortable night for sleeping. Overnight lows drop down into the 50s. On Wednesday, there's going to be the chance for a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon as a disturbance moves in from the north. Tropical storm Ernesto is expected to turn to the north as it moves into the Atlantic. It doesn't look like it's going to impact the East Coast. Could be more of an issue for Bermuda here over the next couple of days. That would be actually by Saturday. Decreasing clouds tonight, low of 55 tomorrow. Partly sunny skies, 78 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers, thunderstorms possible Wednesday and Thursday. Highs near 80, 81 on Friday. a summer-like pattern ahead with more showers and thunderstorms and more humidity as we head into the weekend.
Now that's summer. Dog
Summer's
days.
moving on.
All right, sounds
Yeah.
good. Thank you, Bill. Well, we see a lot of horse and buggies in our area.